everybody, this is Leona Ramirez, aka Roxy from Power Rangers Beast Morphers, and you are listening to The Grid. Toodles!
Morphin Legacy presents The Grid.
Howdy, Ranger Nation. This is Shadow822, Vice President of MorphinLegacy.com. Welcome to what we hope will be an annual episode, The Grid, March Madness, where female villains will be duking out this year. Joining me in this tournament of queens is Austin.
Hi.
And Iamba.
Greetings, peasants.
So how this will work is we have compiled a list of all the female villains in Power Rangers, minus Mucus, because one, when we came up with this list, Dino Fury hadn't aired yet, so we didn't know Mucus was a girl, and two, she's been in 2 episodes at this point, so we don't really have her vibe yet.
Oh, rude!
And have randomly put them in a bracket. Each round will be one-on-one match where the 3 of us will debate on who out of the 2 lady villains will win in a fight. The winner will move on to the next round until 1 female villain is left standing. The winner of this March Madness will be honored by getting a grid commentary releasing the Tuesday after this episode is released. So with that,
Let's go ahead and fight it out.
Round 1.
So match 1 is Hexaba.
Don't fight it. Just let the darkness overtake you.
Versus Charlie.
You're not even fit to shine our boots.
Fight!
So yeah, we're really starting off strong here with 2 iconic villains, right? Alright, up first is Hexaba. Her weapon of choice is a Crystal and magic. Her abilities are putting people to sleep, reviving old monsters, and lightning blasts. She has 1 extra form, which is a monster fusion, and her weakness is her crystal ball being destroyed. And for Charlie, her weapon of choice is a blaster. Her abilities are SPD training, her forms is morphing into the Red A Squad Ranger, and her weakness is her humanity and her big ol' ego.
Drag. Okay, Shay.
And then she's a punk-ass bitch.
Yeah, you can tell how much I like Charlie.
Let me explain my thoughts on this. So, I think Hexaba has a huge weakness with her crystal balls because Charlie has her giant blaster, so she could just destroy her ball so easily, right?
But she could also clap her real quick with her sleep power.
That, and also she has an ability to revive old monsters, so she could just make a new army.
Yeah, especially if it's just Charlie. Like, she could literally overpower Charlie. Be like, oh, hey, here's 1,500 monsters, and they're all fighting for you. Good luck, bitch.
Also, wild card, Hexaba sends Charlie a bouquet of flowers before the fight, saying how great she is because she's the best ranger of all time, and it puts her to sleep before the fight, so Hexaba wins even before.
Oh!
Honestly, I was gonna pick Hexaba just based on their stat.
Alright, let's give it to Hexaba.
No contest, no contest.
Alrighty, so match 2 is Mara
I'm evil through and through. And don't you forget it.
versus Psycho Yellow.
Don't waste my time.
Fight!
Mara is equipped with a baton. She has base ninja techniques, and her weaknesses is her low intelligence. Sorry, Mara.
Poor Mara. She's a sweet girl. You leave her alone, okay? I support bimbos on this show.
So for Psycho Yellow, her weapon of choice is her Psycho Sling. Her abilities are Lightning Blast, Enhanced Strength, and Shape-Shifting. Her 1 form is her Psycho Monster form, and her weakness is that she is obsessed with Yellow Rangers.
I want to take the point on this one. I think Psycho Yellow is just going to bow out because Mara's not a Yellow Ranger and Mara's just going to win by default. Mara's not a Yellow Ranger. She's like, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm outie. I got a Yellow Ranger to fight.
Psycho Yellow would tap out and just go after Destin.
All Mara needs to do is, oh, hey, Destin, you know, you liked me in that 1 episode, so can you fight Psycho Yellow for me?
She would lure him in as a trap, yeah.
And I do think Dustin would dust Psycho Yellow. I think either way, Mara wins. Because bimbos know how to fight.
Yeah, let's go tomorrow.
Match 3, Nadira
You'll be the ones needing the ambulance.
versus Psycho Pink.
Finally, a Psycho Ranger will rule. Invincible!
Fight!
Alright, so Nadira's weapon of choice is her nails. She has energy blast abilities, and her weaknesses are his brattiness and expensive things. And Psycho Pink, her weapon of choice is her Psycho Bow and Savage Sword. Her abilities are Lightning Blast and her enhanced strength. Her forms are her Psycho Monster forms, and her weaknesses is obsession with destroying Pink Rangers.
I think Psycho Pink would train her eyes on that little pink stripe of her hair and just lay her out.
Damn it, I was gonna say the same thing too. I think Psycho Pink is gonna be confused with whole Nadira's look because she has the whole pink hair. She's like, Pink, I'm gonna destroy you! I'm gonna destroy you!
I don't think pink is like, you know how Bull sees red? Like, I don't think pink is like that with Psycho Pink. Obviously, like, you know, color coding the whole outfit, you're only have pink hair. That doesn't do shit. Maybe you're a white ranger with pink trim and that doesn't count.
But the Psycho Rangers are just seeing the color they want to see, and they're just fucking attacking. I'm giving it to Psycho Pink.
I'm giving Psycho Pink too.
I'm going for Nadira. I'm sorry.
2 out of 3, it goes to Psycho Pink, so she moves on.
2 out of 3, yeah!
Alrighty, match 4. Capri
Trash them all!
versus Lavira.
The Armada commands you to halt!
Fight!
Capri's weapon of choice is her ninja sword. Her abilities are her base ninja techniques, and her weaknesses are her bumbling because she's comic relief. And Lavira's weapon of choice is her whiplashes. Her abilities are her intelligence, and her weaknesses are her lack of fighting skills.
Hold on. What intelligence? Because the only time we ever see Miss Thing is just standing in the cockpit of the villain ship, just pointing that little laser thing.
Well, she made the Maximizer, and she made the robots. So she is the tactical / weapons person for the Armada.
Or she can just read the IKEA instructions.
I think the only thing Lavira has going for her is the Maximizer, but at the same time, Capri has that same ability with that little remote thing.
Oh yeah, she has the Pam.
Yeah.
I feel like she's probably a decently competent space ninja.
She did kick Tori's butt that one episode where she was looking for the turtle mace.
I think Lavira's too squishy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Capri.
Yeah, same. Lavira is too basic.
Also, Capri is way cuter.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. If I had to pick one as a girlfriend, it would be Capri. Sorry.
Well, I love that both of them lasted round 1. Mara and Capri.
Honestly, that's surprising.
Fucking queens.
Also, this is randomized, by the way. I don't want people to think
We're not purposely setting things up. This was completely randomized.
because the next one is ooh.
This next one's hard.
It's too fucking much.
Alrighty, so match 5 is Divatox versus Trakina.
I'm Trakina, daughter of Scorpius.
Fight!
Alrighty, so Divatox's weapon of choice are her bombs and her Piranhatron army. Her abilities are her eye beams and long tongue, and her weaknesses are lack of fighting experience. Trakina's weapon of choice is her staff and sword. Her abilities are that she is a trained fighter, and she has energy blast from her staff. She has 3 forms, her cyborg form, her bug form, and her demon form, and her weaknesses is that she's more insane with each new form she takes.
Okay, based on the stats, realistically, it's Trakina. Trakina's just fucking laying Divatox out, queen.
I think Divatox will get a couple of licks in, but Trakina's fucking batshit insane and does have more of a more melee attack. I mean, what are you gonna do with bombs if Trakina's in your face with her staff?
All she has is detonators and a Piranhatron. Divatox never fought in her season. All she did was have her monsters and her Piranatrons fight for her.
I'm pretty sure Trakina could wipe out a whole slew of Piranatrons.
Oh, yeah. If we're also assuming that Trakina has her suicide bomber Stingwingers, there you go. They could just take out that army, girl.
I love both these queens, and this is a really hard one, but just based on stats alone, personal opinion aside about who I like more, the proof is in the pudding, man.
Honestly, if we're going by like, even before Trakina was a trained fighter, I feel like Trakina could still take Divatox out because she still had her staff that had the energy blasts. I'm sorry, Divatox. You never fought. I love you. You're the space pirate queen, but your lack of fighting experience is going to get you nowhere here. So Trakina gets it for me.
Yeah, same.
Hashtag same.
Alrighty, match 6 is Vipra.
I am Vipra. I'm glad we finally met, so I can destroy you.
Versus 2017 movie Rita.
You're not ready to kill me. You're not worthy.
Fight!
Viper is armed with a sword. Her abilities are blue fire. She has a zombie form, and her weakness is water.
When was she a zombie?
In the Time Force team up.
Oh, right, okay.
In 2017 movie, Rita is armed with her golden wand. She is a trained fighter. She can summon putty patrollers and Goldar. Her forms are her Green Ranger form, and her weaknesses are pride.
She could honestly just take a bucket of water and dump it on Viper and win.
Especially since she comes from the sea. All she's got to do is like shake off a little bit, and there you go.
Yeah, she came from the water, so.
Spit it at her and be like, oh, where's the Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, that's a wipeout round.
Sorry, honey, you just got unlucky.
Match 7. Dayu.
That's all you've got? Well, lend me your ears for the last song you'll ever hear.
Versus Madame Odious.
If you mess with me, I'll scrap you!
Fight!
So Dayu is equipped with her harmonium and sword. Her abilities are her silk spitting, like in that episode where she steals all those brides.
That's not an ability.
I mean, what else does she have?
I don't know. She could play the harmonium.
I mean, her weapons are her harmonium, so I can't say she can play it.
Let me go armpit deep in the bucket trying to find something for her here.
Yeah, I'm stretching here, mama. Her forms are her human form before she becomes a Nylon, and her weaknesses are Decker and her harmonium. Madame Odious, her weapon of choice is her hammer. Her abilities are magic. Her form is that Ninja Nexus Star form she gets in the finale, and her weakness is the Ninja Nexus Star, since she was able to be destroyed by Preston after he did some little magic thing with the Ninja Nexus Star they had.
I think that Madame Odious would just swipe Miss Thing's harmonium and lord it over her and win.
All she has to do is do a little energy blast on the harmonium and break it, and then there you go. Or capture Decker and say, I'm gonna kill him if you don't give up.
I think Madame Odious lucked out by getting matched up against Dayu, because if it was anybody else, it wouldn't be nothing. But Dayu is one of the weakest.
I like Dayu. She has a good story, but she's not a fighter, honey.
She's just vibing with her harmonium.
Harmonium.
I know, right?
I can already hear, Jay. It's a samisen!
It is a shamisen. Just fucking call it what it is. Damn, you're gonna steal that much Japanese culture, you can't even fucking take the one instrument name? Sorry, I'm a little sandy.
Alrighty, match 8 is Queen Machina
I do love a good physical contest.
versus Camille.
I'm Camille.
Fight!
So Queen Machina's weapon of choice is her fan. Her abilities is that she's a good mother. I was stretching here because she does nothing in Zio.
She does nothing.
I hope you warmed up before you started stretching this much. Jesus Christ.
And her weaknesses is that she can't fight because she never does shit besides stand around like fanning herself. So Camille's weapon of choice are her twin size. Her ability is her long tongue and she's a trained fighter. Her forms are her chameleon form and phoenix form, and her weaknesses are Daishi and Jared.
She's taking out Queen Machina.
Was it even a question?
Are we assuming that Queen Machina would also have like a cog army at her disposal?
Yes, I guess that's fair.
Didn't Camille take on a lot of people in like the ancient battles or whatever? I'm also blending Geki Ranger because I didn't finish all of Jungle Fury.
A lot of Jungle Fury is Geki Rangers.
Melee and Camille are very similar. It would be safe to just combine them.
Camille would also just have a army of Renshi.
Yeah, but she doesn't need an army of Renshi.
That Phoenix form would just fucking wreck everything.
Yeah, she really doesn't. She's a trained fighter.
I would only give them foot soldiers if they weren't a trained fighter. So Queen Machina, Army of Cogs. I feel like Camille will easily take that down. I think the only way that Queen Machina would win is if she kidnapped Jared.
Even if she kidnapped Daishi, I don't think...
He would get out of that. She wouldn't be able to restrain him. Daishi would defeat her.
Exactly.
Camille gets this one.
Yeah, way to go, girl.
He would just roar and the cogs would fall apart. So there's really nothing we could do here with that.
All right, match 9. Jellica.
I just wanted to play with you for a bit. But know this, the new name in evil is Jellica!
Versus Elsa.
You're so predictable. I knew I could count on you to show up.
Fight!
So Jellica's weapon of choice is her Jelly Staff. Her abilities are her fighting skills, energy blast, and water phasing. And her weaknesses are anyone stronger than her, Grizzaka's, or the Phantom Beast Generals, for example. And Elsa, her weapon of choice is her sword. Her abilities are energy projections from her sword, and her weaknesses are Mesogog psionic beams.
Yeah, when he's like mind fucking her.
Yes.
I'm still picking Elsa.
Yeah, same.
How long does Jellica even last? Like 5 episodes?
Yeah, it's a few episodes.
I think it would be safe to assume that Elsa was also a trained fighter.
Oh, she is a trained fighter. She kicked some ass sometimes.
Also, if Jellica's nowhere near water, how is she going to water phase?
True. Most of the time she water phase was when she was near water.
Exactly. I think it would be really easy to get her a weakness because her weakness is probably water. Like she needs to be near water because she's a jellyfish.
I feel like all Elsa would need to do is do her energy projections enough till she evaporates.
Yeah, that's going to Elsa.
Yeah, go to Elsa.
That's my queen right there.
All right, we got some real strong contenders this round.
Ooh.
Match 10 is Miratrix.
Miratrix. And you won't stop me.
Versus Badana.
I'm a fantastic fighter!
Fight!
Alright, so Miratrix has daggers as her weapon of choice. Her abilities are her wig changing, because she got a lot of wigs, and she's a trained fighter. Her forms is that she can become a giant owl, and her weaknesses is that she just gets duped by a lot of men.
To be fair, that weakness wouldn't really be relevant to this because it's all females.
True. But I needed a weakness, so that was like something she got handed a lot.
She gets chumped a lot by fucking dudes.
And Badana, her weapon of choice is her fan, like Machina. Her abilities are her dart blast attack, and her weaknesses is she gets bombed.
By Victor Money.
I think for me, this is kind of like two turds fighting it out. I think it's going to come down to the wigs. I really do.
I don't know. I like Badana more because she at least has that coolness factor of being a part of Sledge's crew.
But see, like this Badana, though, is not voiced by Sailor Moon, so I can't get jiggy with it.
But she is voiced by Beauty Cruel, though, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but that's not Sailor Moon.
Miratrix is a trained fighter. Badana is nothing.
She's just a courtesan kind of character. You know, they're kind of two turd sandwiches. Both seasons were terrible.
All right, we're really putting Miratrix in the second round. Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Miratrix.
I'm going to be bold here.
Well, you beat me, so Miratrix moves to round 2. Match 11. Morgana.
I am Morgana. Wanna play?
Versus Archerina.
Now let's see who's really in the pink.
Fight!
Morgana is equipped with a notebook. Her ability are her fighting skills, energy blasts, and creating monsters. She has her purple battlesuit form and her Mora form, and her weakness is that she wants to be a child or being a child. Archerina's weapon of choice is her bow. Her ability are her laser arrows and that she's a trained fighter. And her weaknesses is that she loves her husband too much, I guess.
I think Morgana has an advantage because she poses as a child. I mean, I know these are all villains, but maybe they'll be less hesitant to not attack a child. But also her notebook. She can create a whole army of monsters.
But if she wants to be a child and has the personality of a child, it would be really hard to like her want to fight.
When she is Morgana, she's kind of a badass fighter because she has that cool purple suit form, and she kind of kicked those SPD Rangers' ass when she fought.
I think the notebook gives her a big advantage also. She could just create a whole army to take out Archerina.
I'm still sticking with my girl.
I go with Morgana, so Morgana wins!
Y'all putzes.
Hey, you got Miratrix last round, girl.
Yeah, but I had a point though.
So did we!
Badana's not a fighter.
Next round is Roxy.
You're embarrassing yourself. Now it's time for me to destroy you.
Versus Scorpina.
Scorpina, and I'm your worst nightmare.
Fight!
Roxy is equipped with twin blasters. She is a trained fighter. Her forms is her avatar form, her robot clone form, her plant armor form, her fossil form, and her giant form. And her weakness is that she's pretty much flammable. Scorpina's weapon of choice is her boomerang. Her abilities is that she's a skilled fighter at energy blast. Her form is her giant scorpion form. And her weakness is that she has lack of screen time and she just disappears.
Very true. I love Roxy, but I also think Scorpina has some battle malice. I think Scorpina is just vicious. I don't think Roxy is as vicious as Scorpina is.
I think with how flammable Roxy was in season 2, that Scorpina would just poke her and Roxy would explode.
You're really doing this to me.
Scorpina is just like a scrappy bitch. I love Roxy, but Roxy's a robot, and so she has that kind of...
If she's destroyed, Skrulls can just make another one until the end of time, so Roxy's kind of indestructible.
For the sake of this, let's say Skrulls is unattacked. It is just Roxy fighting Scorpina. You don't get that advantage of just being immortal. That's not fair.
Well, I'm still voting for Roxy.
Alright, well, me and Amber are going Scorpina.
I'm sorry, I have to go for the battle malice. I love Roxy, she's my fave, but she do be fighting though.
I mean, for me, I don't even think Scorpina showed up.
If Rita told her to go fight this dumb bitch, she would go fight that dumb bitch. And Rita's like, go take care of my light work. And Scorpina's like, all right, I guess.
Match 13, Poisandra
Can't handle my sweet moves
versus Metal Alice.
My name is Metal Alice.
Fight!
Do we even have to say it? Let's humor the audience. So Poisandra's weapon of choice is her heart scythe. Her abilities are her magic makeup and kisses, and her weak is her obsession over wedding and diamonds. Metal Alice is equipped with her tablet and spear. Her abilities are her intelligent and energy blast, and her weaknesses is her obsession over robot superiority.
I know who we want to root for. Metal Alice could pull out a chest of diamonds and then just...
I don't give a fuck. Poisandra will fucking dab her with her heart scythe and then call it a day.
She has her spear. She could take her out
I don't give a fuck. It's Poisandra. I am not making Metal Alice be Poisandra. I don't give a fuck.
Yes, Poisandra loves diamonds because diamonds are a girl's best friend. But also, I feel like she didn't get to be where she was at without being a cold-ass bitch.
There's a reason why she's a fighter in Dino Charge and just lay about. She actually fights in Dino Charge. She's not like Rita just sits on her ass the whole season.
True. Yeah. Alright, Poisandra?
Yep, Poisandra.
Queen shit only.
I don't care what you say. I'm not gonna have Metal Alice beat Poisandra.
Yeah, fuck off.
I gave you fucking Neuratrix and Scorpina. I'm not giving you Poisandra.
I was gonna pick Poisandra regardless. I'm sorry.
This one's a fucking softball, too. Alright, match 14 is Necroli.
I am Necroli, dark mistress of the underworld.
Versus Astronema.
You don't know me. I'm Astronema. Your worst nightmare.
Fight!
Necroli is equipped with a crossbow. Her abilities are her energy blast, and she has vampiric abilities, and she's the queen of the vampires. Her weaknesses is that she changes in morality, her daughter, and her humanity if she turns good. Astronema is equipped with a wrath staff, boomerang, and wigs. Her ability are her energy blast, and she's a trained fighter. Her forms is that she's a cyborg, and her weaknesses are her conscience and her willingness to turn good.
That goes to Astronema, period.
I mean, Queen of Evil. Necroli is not going to beat Astronema. All she needs to do is wrath her staff, boomerang, there you go. Bam, bang, bang, bonk.
Can Necroli even go out in the daylight?
No, she can. She's the queen of vampires. She doesn't have any of the weaknesses of vampires.
Yeah, whatever. She's still a punk ass bitch. Astronema's worst wig could beat Necroli.
I mean, we're pulling biases here, but yeah.
We could back up our bias on here too. Even just looking at the stats. Astronema has more going for him.
Yeah, Astronema would lay her out.
She's not just the queen of evil. She was trained to fight.
Like, yeah, she was raised from a very young age to be a badass bitch and not some punk ass vampire ass that got her fucking ass whipped by some of the shittiest rangers. I'm just saying.
Alright, Astronema.
Alright, Miss Astronema wins that one. Up next is Rita Repulsa.
Here comes the queen. Hey, that a scream. No one can ever be quite as mean.
Versus Tanaya.
Tanaya, Generation 7. Vengix Human Infiltration Attack Bot.
Fight!
So Rita Repulsa is equipped with her magic wand. Her abilities are her magic, her energy blast, and making monsters grow. And her weaknesses are her lack of fighting skills and headaches. Tanaya is equipped with her blaster. Her abilities is that she has robot strength and fighting skills. Her forms are her Generation 7 and Generation 15 Vendrix hardware forms. And her weaknesses are her pride and ego.
I think this one might come down to battle malice again. Rita in general, yeah, she doesn't have quote-unquote hand-to-hand fighting skills, but I mean, if you're a really strong magic user, do you really need to have really strong fighting skills?
Would magic affect Tanaya? She's a robot. What magic is going to work on her?
She's not really a full robot.
But she has robotic hardware inside of her.
Yeah, but Rita made monsters out of robots.
No, she didn't.
Well, Finster did, whatever. What I'm saying, though, is Tanaya still has a human brain, and she was able to control Tommy.
She's already under Vendrix's control, so how can you do that?
Magic and technology are a little different, but I feel like Rita could probably supersede technology. Didn't she come from space where space and technology are one and the same?
I don't know, I feel like Tanaya would be able to get her if she, takes her magic wand away from her.
But didn't Rita shoot stuff out of her hands, too?
No, it was all her magic wand.
I don't know. I'm still going with the magic user. I don't trust robotics and magic.
All Tanaya has to do is turn up a stereo and give her a headache, and there you go.
Yeah.
Most bad bitches can work through a headache. I mean, she still did shit with a headache. I'm voting Rita, and it's not because of my bias. It's really not.
I'm going with Tanaya.
Same.
I'm here for magic skills, and I'm just sorry. I don't think robots beat magic.
They did here.
I'm just saying y'all are wrong.
Well, majority rules. Alrighty, so the last match of round 1 is Queen Banshira.
Queen Banshira have returned.
Versus Toxica.
I am Toxica, Duchess of Orgs and Mistress of Magic.
Fight!
Queen Banshira is armed with her nails, because she got some big-ass nails, Hanny. Her abilities are her Energy Blast and Strength. Her forms are her Cocoon form and Final form. And her weaknesses is her lack of loyalty and her Cocoon form. Toxica is equipped with a Magic Wand. Her abilities are Growing Orgs and Energy Blast. Her forms are Necronomica and her Brainwashed form. And her weaknesses is her loyalty to higher-ranking Orgs and Trust.
For the sake of this battle, let's say that it's Queen Banshira's final form, because if it was her Cocoon form, that would just be a wipeout.
All you gotta do is tip her over, and then there you go. Toxica wins.
I'm going for Banshira.
Banshira would also have an army of demons at her disposal.
I just think she's just stronger in general.
Queen Banshira is a queen. She's the main villain, and all Toxica does is grow monsters.
Toxica is very sub. She would just bow down to Queen Banshira.
Her loyalty to higher-ranking orgs, she got destroyed because Onigage told her to cut her off her horn because that was gonna not affect her with the water in the Manamaria, and she was killed by being a meat shield for Mandalok, so it's not like Toxica is there to win.
Yeah, that's going to Banshira.
That's to my queen right there.
Banshira!
The queen wins this match.
All her powers in her boobs. It's great.
Alrighty, so that is the end of round 1.
Round 2.
Okay, so match 1 is Hexaba versus Mara.
Fight!
Hexaba.
Hexaba. Mara can't get lucky twice.
I mean, Hexaba got fucking lucky. She's getting matched with these softballs.
Hexaba might come down to it, I'm just saying. She gets that lucky.
Mara is nothing compared to Hexaba. I love Mara, but Hexaba has magic at her disposal, and Mara is just a cute little space ninja with attitude.
And I feel like this second matchup is going to be the same as the original matchup with this first person, so.
Match 2 is Psycho Pink versus Capri.
Fight!
You're gonna be like, ooh, pink hair.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Capri has pink hair. Psycho Pink's gonna think she's a pink ranger, so yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, her fake ninja form was pink, though, too, so you guys were gonna pick it anyway, so I was like, well, okay, that's fine, whatever.
That notion aside, Psycho Pink would just overpower her regardless.
Psycho Pink's a Psycho Ranger, Capri's a space ninja with attitude.
I'm just saying if Psycho Pink actually gave a shit. That's the real come down to it, is making those two give a fuck.
Well, her hair and outfit is pink.
No, her hair is pink. Her outfit's not really pink. It's mostly black.
She's wearing pink tights.
Y'all are stretching.
And in the finale, her ninja outfit is pink.
I knew that's why you would let, pass Psycho Pink again. It's like, well, you're called Capri Pink too. There's nothing to do there. There's no arguments to make. But I'm going to still vote for Capri anyway because I like her.
Psycho Pink won. Majority rules. Match 3 is Shakina versus 2017 movie Rita.
Fight!
Trakina, no contest.
I think that would go to Trakina.
Trakina's a beast in any form she's in. She could slay her in her basic form, her bug form, her cyborg form, and especially that giant twin form.
I think Trakina is going to be someone to beat.
Yeah, because as much as I love 2017 movie Ridge, she got nothing on Trakina. Sorry. Match 4 is Madame Odious versus Camille.
Fight!
Camille.
Camille.
This is going to start going lightning round. We already know what their strengths and weaknesses are, so it's easy to be like, well, no, like instantaneously, because Madame Odious is not a fighter. It isn't shit.
Yeah, Madame Odious kind of went against weak sauce character in round 1, so like this is why Camille made it to round 2. Okay, so Elsa versus Miratrix.
Fight!
Elsa.
They're both skilled fighters.
They are.
They both can take their own.
They both have wig changes.
They also have wig changes. But I feel like Elsa has the badassness of being in Dino Thunder compared to Miratrix being Overdrive. So this is why she wins this round.
I think Elsa's just meaner.
She's just driven to fight more.
Exactly. Again, it's that battle malice. I don't think Miratrix has it, but I think Elsa does. Like, she'll rip a girl's earring out. I don't think she gives a fuck. Snatch that weave right off her head.
Elsa will play dirtier.
Yeah.
For sure.
Match 6, Morgana versus Scorpina.
Fight!
Scorpina.
I don't know, like Morgana has some fighting skills.
Does she have the desire to use that power? Well, that's kind of what it comes down to. Yeah, you could be the underdog in the fight, but the other guy doesn't want to fight you, or the other lady in this case. Like,
they both have lack of interest. Like, Morgana just wants to be a kid, and Scorpina won't even show up, period.
But if she was ordered to do it, or wants to do it, she's gonna do it. Morgana is a little bit tougher. It's like corralling a cat.
If Grum tells her to do it, and she'll turn into a kid again, that'll motivate her to fight Scorpina.
I don't know. I'm still going Scorpina.
I just just keep thinking about Morgana's notebook.
I think we're just giving up too much credit to Morgana.
I like Morgana. I think she's powerful in her own set. Like, Scorpina, I can't really... She's a good fighter, but, like, what else does she have?
We did give her giant scorpion form, so maybe she turns into that and just wipes out Morgana.
I mean, that's a good point.
I just think she's meaner. Even if Morgana was a child, Scorpina would still slap the shit out of that 5-year-old.
I think Scorpina is just growing into her giant scorpion form and just stepping on Morgana like a bug.
Before she even touches that notebook or blasts the notebook or uses the boomerang to knock it out of her hand.
I'm giving it Scorpina.
I mean, if y'all really want to do a Scorpina commentary.
There's other people that I think would take Scorpina out. I think in this round it's safe.
It's just this round, yeah.
Am I sitting here hanging my hopes that Scorpina is going to win the whole thing? Absolutely not.
Especially with who she's going up against next round, I'm going to say fuck all y'all if you pick Scorpina in this next round.
Well, we're going to see how this is going to go. It's fine.
All right, match 7 is Poisandra versus Astronema.
Fight!
This is bullshit. These are like my top 2s here, and I fucking have to choose between them.
This is a hard ball.
But it's actually easy, though.
I'm sorry, Queen of Evil gets it.
Yeah.
And even if Poisandra was being a serious fight, Astronema just has a little bit more on her, especially skill sets.
Yeah, I don't think Poisandra would really do much damage to Astronema at all.
Oh no, Astronema would fucking destroy her. I love my Poisey, but...
To be fair, we're doing 2 Dino Charge commentaries this year, so we don't really need another Dino Charge commentary.
It's okay, I'll be alright. I'll survive.
Alright, last match of round 2. Tanaya versus Queen Banshira.
Fight!
Banshira!
Yeah, I think that would go to Banshira.
With her demon energy, I feel like she'd outdo Tanaya. As much as I love Tanaya.
I think she's more of a heavy hitter than maybe people might suspect.
Unless she's in her cocoon form, then all Tanaya has to do is fucking tip her over.
It's like dealing with a metapod.
Round 3.
Alrighty, so match 1. Hexaba versus Psycho Pink.
Fight!
I think Hexaba.
Same.
Because there's nothing that Psycho Pink would target about her.
Your guys' argument now does not matter.
Her argument doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
They would just go to Hexaba.
Psycho Pink kind of had the upper hand because she
got paired off with people that had pink hair.
Like Hexaba's like, pink what, bitch?
Also, she has magic. She has the sleeping thing. She has the ability to bring back monsters.
I think Hexaba's a little bit of a dark horse here in this competition.
For a character that was only in 2 episodes, she's gone pretty far.
Good for her.
Alright, match 2. Trakina versus Camille.
Fight!
Trakina.
I still think Trakina.
Camille ain't shit.
She has so many forms. She has so much power. She's a main villain.
Literally insanity. That's like a cat in a bathtub coming after you. Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, that insanity will drive her.
I think that's going to help carry her through this competition. I really do, guys.
Get those suicide bomb stingwingers to fucking drive in Camille and kill Jared. Match 3. Elsa versus Scorpina.
Fight!
Elsa, come on now.
Of course.
Elsa is a badass bitch. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how fucking big she gets. I don't care how many scorpions. I don't care how many boomerangs. I don't give a fuck. Elsa wins this.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. Well, other than monstery shit aside, but I feel like fighting spirit-wise, I think they're very equally matched, and I think Elsa would probably win out in the end.
Both the kind of same character, but Elsa has more screen time than Scorpina does.
I think Scorpina has the advantage of growing and stomping on her.
I do think power-wise, Scorpina is probably more powerful.
Because Elsa never gets that ability to grow.
She needs Rita to grow.
That's also true. Rita's not in this. She's out.
It's a close range, and we could kind of let favoritism color it a little bit.
Oh, I am totally letting favoritism cut it.
Previous battles, I was just like, no, I think Scorpina would take it. The person's kind of a puss.
Match 4. Astronema versus Queen Banshira.
Fight!
Okay, this one's a good battle.
I would love to watch this, Mama.
This would be one that I think could almost come down to a dice roll. Just powers-wise, yeah, Astronema, I love her. She's Queen of All Evil. If I had to pick favorite just based on favoritism, it would be Astronema. But powers, if we're going for them actually getting into a fight, it could go either way.
Because my thought process is Astronema is the Queen of All Evil, but then her powers are kind of vague. Queen Banshira has all these demons at her disposal.
And it also comes down to the fact that Astronema is, at the end of the day, a human.
Her weakness was that she turns good.
Like, she has a good heart. She would murder Astronema's entire family and piss on their graves.
I have to give it to Banshira.
Powers-wise, this bitch has it.
Round 4.
Match 1, both from Lost Galaxy. Hexaba versus Trakina.
Fight!
Trakina.
I feel like this is a fair fight, though.
As much as we're like magic, do we really want to put Hexapaw in the final round?
Let's say Trakina destroys her crystal ball and then she loses her magic and defeats her. Trakina wins.
It's an evenly matched match, but I think Trakina would still win out in the end. All Hexapaw has is magic. Trakina can do energy and also whip ass with her fucking hands and feet. Her hands are rated E for everyone.
Hexapaw is just magic.
That one is pretty easy, even though it's still a good fight.
All right, match 2, Elsa versus Queen Banshira.
Fight!
This is so unevenly matched.
You cannot win this one, okay?
This is unfair.
This is like Bigfoot versus a little.
This is kind of sad. This would be hard to watch.
A queen of all demons going up against a cohort of a giant lizard.
If Banshira beat Astronema, she's gonna make cat food out of Elsa. Elsa's gonna be letting go this life coil.
Elsa would fucking use an invisiportal to get the fuck out of there when she sees Queen Banshira on the
She
field.
looks at this big woman with her bigness up in this. I was like, I did say I wanted to get stepped on by a giant woman, but this is not what I meant.
Yeah, that's going to Banshira.
She's been such a dark horse, though. Nobody would have been like, oh, Banshira.
I wasn't really rooting for her, but then she came through.
She did, honey.
Final round.
Trakina versus Queen Banshira.
Fight!
That is a match.
That would be a good match to see.
To be fair, Trakina also has a demon form, and she's a giant demon, so maybe she's a little even here.
There's the giant form, and then Trakina has her insanity, which makes her a actual wild card. I think Banshira has age, though, too, because sometimes with that old fucking demon magic, it gets stronger when you get older.
As much as Queen Banshira is a powerful queen, she's not really seen fighting.
All Trakina would have to do is trap Banshira in that tomb thing.
Okay, scenario. Queen Banshira is getting ready to open up tomb. Trakina curb stomp her into the tomb. Close it up, she wins.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be easy as Banshira could go get her whenever she's in her early form and whoop her ass. At some point, Banshira was not a queen and had to get up to queen status.
If we're going with different forms, all Trakina has to do is tip Queen Banshira over when she's in her cocoon form.
Exactly. That's just kind of getting a little outside the pocket.
Well, that and also Trakina could just morph into her giant demon form and just squish Banshira.
Or her bug form, too. Shit, that bug form was pretty powerful.
It could really go either way if you're doing that kind of stuff.
I think all the scenarios I have is just Trakina coming out on top.
Yeah, Trakina for me, too.
I'm still going with Banshira. I think she's a little bit stronger.
Well, majority wins here. So yes, the crowned queen of our very first March Madness is Trakina!
Today, I, the great Trakina, shall finally defeat all that is good and take my place, which I so truly deserve, as ruler of the universe. Let history unfold!
So that is the end of our March Madness. Did our picks match yours? Tune in Tuesday for a special grid commentary where we'll be doing a special commentary spotlighting Trakina by commentating on Heir to the Throne. But until then, everybody say bye.
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 Bye-bye. This has been a Morphin Legacy production, bitches.